I am blessed. I am strong. I am talented. I am disciplined. I am focused. I am prosperous.
For the next 40 days, every morning you are to write 40 statements of I am. It will restore your worth.
Get up in the morning and invite good things into your life.
I am love. I am beauty. I am peace. I am joy. I am power. I am worth. I am value. I am truth. I am light. I am wealth, health, whatever it is. I am. And write it as a noun, not as a verb. Not I am loving or I am lovable. I am love. I am power. Every day for 40 days. If you miss a day, go back and do it again. I am.
The I ams that are coming out of your mouth will bring either success or failure. When you go through the day saying, I am blessed, blessings come looking for you. I am talented, talent comes looking for you. You may not feel up to par, but when you say, I am healthy, health starts heading your way. I am strong, strength starts tracking you down. You're inviting that into your life. That's why you have to be careful what follows the I am. All through the day, the power of I am is at work.
You got to say no to the things that don't honor you, no to the things that don't bring you joy, no to the things that don't bring you peace, and you don't have to explain your no. You got to have 101 different ways to say no.
Here's the principle. What follows the I am will always come looking for you.
How easy is it to get up in the morning when you know you're not doing all that it takes? It's not very easy at all. You can just lay there awake thinking, oh, what's a few more minutes in bed? It won't matter much anyway. Wrong. It does matter. It will matter. Now, how easy is it to get up in the morning when you're pouring it on, doing the best you can, anxious to get going, make progress toward your dreams? It's a whole different story. When you're resting to renew your reserves, it's much different than resting to avoid your day. When you're psyched up and excited for your life, when you're excited for what you've planned to accomplish for the day, it's amazing you'll wake up before the alarm clock even tries to startle you awake. Your successes fuel your ambition. Your successes give you extra energy. Your successes pave the way for more successes. It's the snowball effect. With one success, you're excited to meet another, and another, and another. And pretty soon, the disciplines that were so difficult in the beginning, the disciplines that got you going, are now part of your philosophy. How do you know when you're successful? Do you have to be a millionaire? No. All we ask of you is that you earn all you possibly can. If you earn $10,000 a year and that's the best you can do, that's enough. God and everything else will see to it that you're okay. The key is to just do the best you can. If it's $10,000 a year, wonderful. If it's $100,000 a year, wonderful. If it's $1 million a year, wonderful. It doesn't matter $10,000 a year or $1 million a year. It doesn't matter as long as you've done the best you possibly can. Earn the most you possibly can. Be the most you possibly can. And here's why. The essence of life is growth. The essence of life is growth, to do the best you can. And here's what's interesting. Humans are the only life form that will do less than they possibly can. Humans are the only life form that will settle for less. Every other life form except human beings strive to its maximum capacity. How tall will a tree grow? Approximately. As tall as it possibly can. You never heard of a tree growing half as high as it could. No, trees don't grow half. Trees send their roots down as deep as possible, stretch their limbs up as high as possible. produce every leaf possible and every fruit possible. As a matter of fact, you never heard of a human physically growing half. We keep growing until we're done. Now that's a part of life we can't control. It's genetically coded. And that's probably why we keep growing till we're done. Because we can't control that part. It's the rest of our growing that we control. The growing of our minds, the expansion of our minds, that we can control. And that's what tends to get away from us. All life forms inherently strive to their max except human beings. Now, why wouldn't human beings strive to their maximum possibility? Here's why. Because we've been given the dignity of choice. It makes us different than alligators and trees and birds. The dignity of choice makes us different than all other life forms. And here's the choice: to become part of what we could be, enough to get by, or to become all that we can be. My best advice for you is to choose the all. Earn all you can, make all the friends you can, read as many books as you can, develop as many skills as you can, see as much as possible, do as much as possible, make as much fortune as possible, give as much of it away as possible. The max. There's no life like it. I'm telling you, once I got on track, I've never looked back. Pick up the challenge. Go for it. Take the best of the two easies. Take the root of it's easy to get ahead. It's easy to do all you can. It's easy to succeed. It's easy to have financial freedom. The more you do, the more you get. So the two primary benefits of positive reinforcement are, number one, to build good habits, and number two, to create more energy to fuel your ambitions, your desires, your achievements. How can you isolate what's working for you and what isn't? How can you make sure that you are reinforcing your positive disciplines? Well, if it isn't apparent, easy to see right away, if what you're doing is happening in such small increments that you're not sure if you're on track, then you need to be writing it down. You need to keep a journal anyway. But if you really aren't sure that what you're doing is making measurable progress, you need to keep a written record. You need to write down everything that may be relevant in your day. What you did, who you saw, what you felt, how it may or may not affect you now and in the future. The best way to track your activities of the day is to write them down. The best way to track your activities of the week is to write them down. The best way to analyze your progress through the year is to have written it down. Why? So you can look back on it. Because by keeping a written record of your life, you will be more accountable. By putting into writing the action steps that you have planned, you will easily see what works and what doesn't. Most people just try to get through the day, never writing anything down, never keeping track of their progress along the way, never really knowing if they are doing all they can to reach their goals, to drive their ambition. But gifted people learn to get from the day. They don't let a day end without picking up some valuable experience, some emotional content, some idea that may positively affect their future. To get the most from a day, to learn the most from a day, you need to be able to reflect on the day. And how can you reflect on a day unless you record it in history?
The question this morning is, what are you doing with your life? What are you living for?
There is nothing that you cannot be or do or have. There is nothing that you need ever to be deprived of again. This universe is resilient and filled with the abundance to serve you. Everything is queued up for your success.
I say, let's just start right here in this moment. Be fully present in the moment, unattached to the past,
unattached to those things that bound us up or shut us down, unattached to our limiting beliefs, and just say, in this moment, what a magnificent human being you are.
You are a product of your past, but you are not a prisoner of your past. Your past influences you, but your past does not define you. You are not your past. Your past is past.
Because you have a choice every day. You can be a victim or you can be a leader. But you can't do both.
Tell me what you're choosing right now. Because the choices you make today will determine where you will be tomorrow. Not the choices you make tomorrow. The choices you make today will determine where you'll be tomorrow. And smart people, wise people, are always asking the question, what do I need to do today to get me where I need to be tomorrow?
You've got to get stuff done. Here's a brain tattoo. Less talk, more do. Less discussion, more execution. Less entitlement, more earning. Less lazy, more productivity.
I dare you to get up each day and say, good morning, you wonderful thing. You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
The power of I am can pull you through the darkest moment. The power of I am.
Say every day, I will do today what others don't, so I will have tomorrow what others won't.
We get to choose the way we think, and we can choose to change the way we think. It's always our choice.
But small daily improvements, when done consistently over time, lead to world-class results. How do you build an epic life? One day at a time, one act at a time.
If you want to be where you want to be in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, you're going to have to choose short-term pain for long-term gain. If you take it easy now, life's going to be hard later. On the other hand, if you put in all the hard work and effort now, life's going to be easier later.
Reach out and achieve everything that you were born to achieve.
Visualize how you want your life to go. Visualize yourself having fun with your fellow workers, the people you're working for, who are working for you. Doesn't matter. Just visualize yourself achieving the goal.
You said, you know what, today, I'm going to focus on what's great about me, but I'm also going to focus on being fully alive and engaged and present. And how do you do that? Just, what if you just felt more grateful for the life that you have? You know, look, you're breathing, you're alive. We have this incredible gift that we're all here right now. Go out every single day of your life. Live fully, love openly, make your difference today.